Hi, welcome to our June adult craft class. Today I'm going to show you how to make DIY sea glass paint. So you can see some of these in front of you that I've already done and I just love it. This is the newest trend. You can go to Ace Hardware or wherever your store that you go to buy your home improvement stuff and buy spray paint of sea glass, but you're going to spend $5 to $7 on one bottle of sea glass paint, and then of course you're only going to have one color. When you make it yourself, you have quite the variety of different colors. So I have made pink, I have made like a turquoise, this little one here is a light green, and this one is actually the same color as this one, but this was a light gray glass, so it came out darker. For all of these, the pink was one coat. The green, also very light, was one coat. This aqua, this is 3 coats. And this one took 4 coats. So just do it one coat at a time. Let each coat dry completely. If you're impatient, get out your hair dryer and dry them in between coats. But it is very important to let them dry in between completely. So now let's get started and I'm going to show you how to make the paint. So let me turn the camera here and I have a little station over here that I'm already working on. And you can see I already started again with the same paint, and this is one coat. So you can probably just barely see it. So you can see I probably need to do at least 1 or 2 more. But this was a jar that I had, and it actually originally was an aqua sea glass, but I shoved them in the dishwasher because they got so dirty from being outside and all the paint came off. So now I'm going to do it again now that I know how. So this one is almost completely dry. This one is a little bit wetter, and as it's drying, you can see, you see how this is what it's going to look like when you paint it. So you are going to see some streaks. Try to get all of the drips. You don't want any drips on there, but a lot of those little lines will disappear as it dries. So I know what you want to know. You want to know, how did I make the paint? It is so super easy. All of these ingredients, like I told you, you probably already have at home. So what you're going to get when you come to the library in your kit is some sort of glass container. Many of you that have been joining me for my classes, you have one of these already. Maybe you don't want your flowers. You can take this one out and paint it. Probably many of you have ball jars at home. Or extra votives. This was left, it had a candle in it. I liked the way the glass looked, so I washed it out and kept it. Many of you have this size votives. So you have things at home, but I do have, for the first 60 registrants, I have a glass container for you. You also will get a piece of twine and 1 seashell in your kit. So probably all things, you don't need to come in, but I will send everybody on the main list and the wait list the video, because you can go out and get your own supplies for this. So this one I used the little twine and the seashell. This one I just used the twine. And I also like it with nothing, so maybe you want to save that for another project, which that's fine too. So when I showed you I made green, this is what it looks like. So I saved it in the bag. So it dries a little, it dries lighter. It dries much lighter. So this is the green. This was the pink paint that I made, and you can tell that looks like that. So it dries with a nice opaque finish. And this is the blue that I've been showing you. So it looks like an aqua. So I made a bunch of different colors. I like the variety. So now what you need at home to make the paint is 3 tablespoons of white Elmer's glue. 1.5 tablespoons of water, and 1 drop, which is like nothing, of Dawn dish soap. Now, why it specifies Dawn, I don't know, but I have Dawn for a lot of those DIY cleaning products that I make. It asks for that a lot. So I already had Dawn. Could you try a different dish soap? Perhaps, but I don't have a different dish soap since I use Dawn already. But usually you can find the tiny bottles of it for 99 cents. So in this, I already have my 1 drop of Dawn, 3 tablespoons of glue. I am going to take the water and we're going to stir this together, right? We need the water and glue to be together. And this is actually the recipe for DIY Mod Podge. So I know a container of Mod Podge can be pretty pricey. So this is the start of the sea glass paint. So if you're ever in a pinch and you need Mod Podge for something, 3 tablespoons of glue, 1.5 tablespoon of water, and a drop of soap. So, and it's just basically watery glue, right? And then we get to the magic, which all it is food coloring. So for all of these paints that I have made so far, I have used neon food coloring. So the green, the pink, and the aqua. 2 drops of food coloring. That's all you need. So I suggest getting food coloring that you already have. This neon I usually find at Walmart. So the green is a little bit, it's like more of a lime color. And this is the pink. Or excuse me, this is the pink. And this is the turquoise. This is purple. And then of course we have the standard colors, which most people have at home. I don't think I would try yellow, but you can do red, green, or blue. And it only calls for 2 drops. So if you like that really nice light green, I feel like I'm going to start with green. Let's see what happens when we just do 1 drop. But you can tell a little bit goes a long way, right? So because I bagged these up, I did 1 pink jar and I have all of this left. The 1 little green jar, but I've done now 4 things total in aqua and I still have this much paint left. So a little goes a long way. I will probably use the rest of this by the time I'm done with these 2 jars. So I'm sure I have enough to at least do another coat on each. So why don't we begin by adding 1 drop of green from the standard food coloring kit. And get it through the whole thing. Right now it's just kind of sitting on top. And I'm just stirring it with a little disposable stirrer. Everything is in little plastic Dixie cups. Loved these little bags. So when you're done, put it in some little Ziploc bags to keep it fresh, or maybe you have little baby food jars or something that you store your stuff in. But I would save this, and that's why I like making it myself. Of course, we can go to the store and buy it, but you know, maybe you want to have a party and do something, you know, really color coordinated and make a bunch of something. So getting a bunch of cans of spray paint can get really expensive. Okay, so look at that. It almost is lighter than this one when just adding 1 drop. So very, very similar with the green. So I'm sure you could do the same with the blue. Maybe you can even combine. How about 1 drop of blue and 1 drop of green? Should we try that? I'll do it for you so we can see what it looks like. So far, this is 1 drop of green. Now let me do 1 drop of blue. Let's see what happens. Yeah, looks very similar. Really pretty. There we go. So, and as far as for brushing, the sponge brushes, a dabber, a sponge brush. Use whatever you have at home. But if you're going to use a bristle brush, you're going to end up with a lot more lines. And like I said, you want as few drips and as few lines as possible. Best thing that you can do is, dump something upside down and paint it. I'm not going to worry too much about the bottom of this because I'll probably put a candle in it. So I'll go right to the edges. I've been using this. This time we'll go ahead and see what it's like with a dabber. So it's nice as I can put my hand right inside here and I'm just going to go right along. So I will paint this pretty quickly. The most important part, once it starts drying, go back and take a look at it. Sometimes you get those drips from the top. You definitely don't want that. So just go all the way around. And let me see, what else can I tell you? From my mistakes, what I've learned, obviously don't put the twine or the seashell on till you're positive you want that on there. If you decide you don't like it and you're going to pull it off, you might pull your paint off. We're all using a lot of hand sanitizer right now due to COVID. I accidentally, squirted some on my hands and it flew all over my desk. How that happens sometimes, and it got on one of the pink face, and it did kind of leave a little mark in the paint. So if this turns out and you like it, you want to protect it. So what you want to do is get like a satin varnish or a flat varnish or even a flat clear paint to protect it. Because if you decide you want to put fresh flowers or you want to wash it or dust it or anything, if you wipe it too hard, you might wipe the paint right off. So you want to protect this. And I have not done that to mine yet because you know how that goes. I keep saying I'm going to do it, but I haven't. So now I have almost gotten this all the way around. So I'm just going to go and make sure I don't have any drips. See right there? And it doesn't need to be perfect. As long as there's no drips or missed marks, it'll dry flatly. So this is what it's going to look like. So you see a bunch of lines. So now I'm just going to put that like this. I think I'll do a little bit right around that top edge there. So there you go, you have that. And I can probably go back and do this one again too. So I can put a second coat on this one because you can see it's dry. Now if I rub my finger on it, it's there, but probably if anything was wet, it would ruin the finish. So let me turn the camera back to these again so you can get one more look at it. I think this is a great summer craft. Something you can do with the kids, something you can do that's great for gifts. I think it would look great outside on a picnic table. Again, just make sure you seal them first. So go around your house and find all of your little glass pieces because you will definitely want to be doing more than one. Also, don't forget you can put your seashell on there. If there isn't a glass piece left for you, just email me. I'm happy to send you just the video. So this will be a fun class, and also pack up the rest so you can make some more. If you have any issues with supplies or something like that, just reach out to me at pgmitrovic@walklib.org, and I will be happy to assist you with any questions or anything like that. Don't forget to sign up for summer reading. It starts today on June 14th. So sign up. We have some great adult prizes. There's a grand prize at the end that everybody receives if you read for all 6 weeks. So I hope you have fun with this, and I hope to see everybody really soon. We are not going to be having a follow-up class during the summer just because I'm a little bit busier with summer reading, but we are going to have a July class. So I will email everybody in a few weeks and let you know when I have the registration open for that. So I hope you have a fun summer, and we'll see you at the library. Bye.